Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Jason with Deck Lockdown. We have a special episode today with Crystal, who's a beginner duelist, and we're gonna go ahead and just kind of answer a few questions on kind of what inspired her to get into Yu-Gi-Oh.
So I got into Yugioh back at the TV show, Yugioh with the Pegasus arc and Battle City and just when it was at its hype of that time.
Sweet, you're talking about the original series.
Yes.
Awesome, yeah, I love the original series. What was your favorite season?
Battle City for sure.
Battle City? I love Battle City. That's where they actually brought the real rulings to the Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game. Beforehand, like, you know, as kids, we just sat down cards and be like, oh, I summon Blue Eyes without having to tribute any monsters. And then when Battle City came out, that's where they came with the actual rulings that you would have to tribute monsters and actually have conditions to just summoning cards versus just slapping down cards.
Right.
Awesome. So are you actually playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Now?
I dabble in Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now.
Nice. What deck are you currently playing with?
It is the Snake Eyes Fire Kings deck.
Awesome. How's that going for you?
A little ambitious.
What does that mean?
It is a little on the complicated side, so a little tricky to play, and just kind of getting used to the rulings of the current format. So
Definitely. Playing Yu-Gi-Oh!, especially as a newer duelist, could be quite overwhelming. Before playing that deck, did you really have much experience playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Beforehand?
I did play, I forgot which format it was, but I was playing Ancient Gear Gadgets.
Ancient Gear Gadgets,
Yeah.
Okay. That's probably, I would like to say it, correct me if I'm wrong, it's around like the 2010 era.
Yeah, I'd say about then.
Yeah, so it's quite some time. What got you back into the game to play now?
Just kind of a bit of the nostalgic that's kind of coming back. A lot of the old TV shows, animes, things like that are kind of coming back, and that kind of reminded me of like, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! So kind of decided to go back at that point.
That's actually one of the greatest things about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is reliving that childhood memory, the nostalgia from playing the game, and I know it's a really awesome thing, and we're glad to have you here and kind of sharing those thoughts with us. It kind of leads me to ask, what's been the most challenging part from playing back almost, you could say almost 15 years ago to currently playing the game now?
Definitely the different types of like the chain linking and just how summoning is nowadays, and knowing kind of like new verbiage, definitely new verbiage that kind of came out through, and then just the I'm trying to think of it's like when one player has a link and then the next thing, like the chains. Sorry, the chains.
It can actually be very difficult. It can be very overwhelming when there's especially multiple chains going off at different times. And things can miss time if you don't declare it properly. So it's definitely one of those things that needs to kind of have practice with, right? It's not something you learn overnight. In fact, I think it takes several months, and if not like a year, to really feel comfortable playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Have you done any simulators to kind of help get practice playing or anything like that?
I have seen the Nexus and kind of tried that out a little bit. Otherwise, I've just kind of been solo playing, just kind of testing out hands and seeing how they flow.
That's definitely the way to go. Definitely playing that solitaire, learning like generic combo lines help. And really getting practice with the game is how you improve as a duelist. Nexus is actually really good because it triggers or it flags down when you can or cannot activate an effect. And I think that's one of the harder things in Yu-Gi-Oh! is being able to monitor everything that's going on. So as you kind of get used to it, it's a great way to get exposure.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Well, that's it for today's episode, and I just wanted to say thank you to Crystal, and thank you for everyone that tuned in. We greatly appreciate it if you like this video, if you could comment, like it, and subscribe.
Right.